Well, hello there, boys and girls. It is time for a story, another story. It's story time with Troy. I'm Troy W. Hudson, and I have an absolutely amazing book today. It's little, but it's chock full of fun and things to think about, especially for moms and kids. It's called Mrs. Bunny's Day Off. The story was written by Teddy Gautier. It was illustrated by Katy, Bratun, and it's copyright 1988 by Marvel Entertainment Group. So, let's get right into it. Mrs. Bunny's Day Off. Now, this monkey tail book belongs to Tyler. It's my youngest son, and when he was little, he liked this book. He claimed it right there. It says Tyler. Mrs. Bunny's Day Off. I think he wanted to add his own little illustrations there with that nice blue crayon. Got her purse and her pink hat and, whoa, a bunny wearing a mink stole. Mrs. Bunny worked very hard. From dawn until dusk, she hopped through swamps, thickets, and weedy fields. She hopped down fence rows, over brush piles, and fallen timber. Everywhere Mrs. Bunny hopped, she gathered food for her 8 lazy little bunnies. But she never complained. When she returned home at twilight, she sang, "Treats for my sweets, come over, blueberries, mint, sweet grass, and clover." "Yay!" shouted the lazy little bunnies. They fell all over each other as they fought their way to the table. Greedy little bunnies. One night, Mrs. Bunny was so tired she collapsed. "Would someone please bring my slippers?" she asked weakly. But the little bunnies ignored her. They were too busy yelling and fighting. "Billy ate my clover! Millie's stealing all the blueberries! Boo hit me!" Oh my. Do you live in a house like that? Oh, I forgot to introduce Kazoo this time. Sorry. Hi, Kazoo. I'm sorry. I know, it's not the same without you. Well, Kazoo is a little upset too. Who's throwing that apple? Applesauce. "Please, please, stop fighting," Mrs. Bunny said. "Bo, it's time for you to give Lulu and Mickey their bath." "It's Billy's turn," said Bo. "It's Bo's turn," said Billy. The next morning, Mrs. Bunny asked, "Did you make your beds?" "I'll do it later," said Cindy. "Me too." "Me too." "Me too."
"Me too."
That one's a little old, said the others. "Later will be too late," said Mrs. Bunny, sadly. She's got all that laundry. She's telling them to do their chores. Look at that banana peel on the bed. Oh, these aren't bunnies, they're pigs. "Would someone please take out the trash?" Mrs. Bunny asked.
"I did it yesterday,"
said Sally. "No, you didn't," said Sam. He's like a gangster or something. "It's Mickey's turn," said Cindy. "Who's going to help me wash the dinner dishes?" asked Mrs. Bunny.
"Later,"
said Mickey, Millie, and Sam. "Not me," said Cindy, Billy, Bo, Lulu, and Sally. Look at all those dirty dishes. Mrs. Bunny has so much work to do and no help. Well, she said, "I can't take this anymore." And she hobbled out of her burrow into the evening air. "Oh, give me strength," she said to the moon.
"What you need, my dear, is a day off,"
said Owl, who lived next door. "But who'll take care of my little bunnies?"
"It's time the little bunnies learned how to take care of themselves. Take a day off, my dear."
Well, that's easy when you're an owl and you're in a bathrobe and you're a bachelor. But what's going to happen to the bunnies? That's a big ladybug. Look at that. Well, we're going to find out. So, Mrs. Bunny sat up all night wondering what to do. Finally, at dawn, she decided to follow Owl's advice. Before the little bunnies got up, she dressed to go out. When the little bunnies woke up, they immediately began quarreling and asking for breakfast. "I'm sorry, but you'll have to take care of your own breakfast," said Mrs. Bunny, "and your lunch, and your dinner, and yourselves. I'm taking the day off. See you later." And all the moms said, "Whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, bunny girl, go." And she hopped out of the house. Well.
"A day off?"
said Mickey.
"That's great,"
said Sam.
"Don't hurry back."
Sam, wow.
"We'll take a day off too,"
said Cindy.
"We'll do anything we want to do,"
said Millie.
"Bye, Mom,"
said Billy. The little bunnies played tag and hide and seek. They hopped around gleefully until they began to get hungry. That's right. Are you hungry? I am. And they said, or Sam said,
"Let's make blueberry pancakes." "And toast with mint jelly,"
said Sally. And they're in the kitchen, and they're gonna cook. Sally put toast in the oven. Then Billy and Bo started making the pancakes. They poured milk and flour into a bowl. When Sally tried to add an egg to the pancake mixture, Millie bumped into her. Sally dropped the egg, and Mickey slipped on it. Oh my. When Bo tried to pick up Mickey, he knocked over the bowl of pancake mixture. When the pancake mixture sloshed onto the floor, Lulu sat down in it. When Millie took Lulu to the bathtub, she tracked pancake mixture across the floor. And when Cindy and Sally tried to mop the floor, they added too much soap to their bucket and soap bubbles filled the room. What a mess! Those bunnies. Then more little bunnies slipped. By that time, the toast had burned and the house smelled terrible. The baby bunnies began to cry. They were hungry and they were tired of slipping on the floor. Are you okay? Are you upset? It's okay. It's got to get better. The other little bunnies didn't know what to do. They were hungry and they were tired too. Finally, in the late afternoon, Billy called out, "Here comes Mom!" All the little bunnies rushed to the window. They cheered when they saw Mrs. Bunny. "Yippee, yippee, yippee," said older one. Then they hopped outside to greet her. "Don't go into the house," cried Cindy, giving Mrs. Bunny a big old kiss. "Wait out here," said Millie, giving her mother a big hug. Then all the little bunnies hopped inside. What are they going to do? And then they really got to work. They swept and they mopped and they picked up the trash and all the stinky burning food. And they took the trash out, and they washed the dishes, and they put all the food containers away, and they cleaned up the whole house to make sure that when Mrs. Bunny came in, she would see a beautiful, clean house. "Oh my, how wonderful everything looks," said Mrs. Bunny when her children finally let her in. "Would you like me to make blueberry pancakes for supper, my sweets?" "Oh, yes!" shouted all the starving bunnies at once. "And we'll all help you!" And that's just what they did. They helped her, and that was the story of Mrs. Bunny's day off. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a very fun story, boys and girls, and I'll see you next week with Storytime with Troy. God bless.